Kruz is getting his little pathway dialed in right now. Everything's watered up. Gonna start sessioning. Do you see the rolling?
Yeah, I saw.
Fun little drop off. That thing's cool because you go fast and just push down on it. And then I have like the roller. And then there's a little dirt kicker that I built too. That's pretty fun. Where you just like transfer it. It's almost like a hip to the right down into that roller landing. It gives you a little bit more speed. But yeah, we're gonna have some foam sends now. Let's do it.
What's
oh, okay.
What are the tricks? What's the goal here?
Well, so just 2 days. I've had 2 versions of the lip so far. So 2 days ago, I finally tested the second version. It was pretty good. So we're rolling with it. So now we're just gonna focus on tricks. Really, it's kind of just getting some of the basics dialed and feeling good. Just having the repetitiveness of doing flips, doing front flips, doing 360s. You know, we're gonna add in some Superman seat grabs, and you know, there's a handful of tricks that already transfer over pretty well from the BMX to the mountain bike. So, and to be honest, the contest that I'm going to, it's like, I think the first jump is 50 feet long. So they're really big jumps, and not to say that there's only so many things that you could do on big jumps like that, but you know, if you want to keep it safe and stay consistent and rubber side down, you got to play it smart too. So, not to mention the downhill kind of takes out a lot of the tricks that I enjoy doing on the BMX, and you can't do them on the downhill. So there's no turn downs, there's no tail whips, no bar spins, stuff like that. So it's a little bit more limiting, but I'm having fun with it. It's gonna be a good time. We're just gonna play out here and see what happens.
Sure.
All right, so this is Kruz Maddison. This is Robbie's oldest son. He's been out here riding the foam with me the last couple days, and he rides for Stay Sick as well. And I've been teaching him 360s, so I think he wants to work on those a bit today, and he also wants to learn can-cans, right?
Yes, I'm one for can-cans. Let's do this.
Can we get some tips on how to do those tricks, or those secret tricks?
Well, so when, here, I'm gonna come down here with Kruz. So when I was teaching Kruz 360s the other day, I was like, well, let me see you do one. Then I can help you fix what you're doing wrong. So I think we're gonna start there again, since we have the foam pit to our disposal here. I'm gonna tell Kruz, hey Kruz, let me see you try one.
Yeah.
And then based off what happens, I can give him some tips on how to do that.
Sick.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. What were you doing when you were 8 years old?
I definitely wasn't riding BMX. I think I was like playing soccer or something. All right, Kruz coming down the hill. Well, that was just too easy for him, I think. You got it, man. Yeah, you did it.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, that was easy.
Oh, heck yeah.
It's like you've been doing that your whole life?
Nah.
How old are
I've
you,
been dreaming
Kruz?
about it, though.
How old are you?
11.
11. Kruz, you look like you've been doing can-cans for 11 years.
Thanks. I've been dreaming about it.
I guess, see, dreams make dreams come true, right? This is the hardest part, is getting out of this thing. Thank God for these goggles though, because it's really dusty in here.
How many spiders have you found in there?
0.
That's good. That's what I like to hear. You know, one time I was at Woodward and some kid lost a cell phone.
Yeah.
In the foam pit.
You know what it is about this foam pit though?
It's pretty freaking hard to find.
It's not about the spiders, it's about the snakes.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, there's snakes in this thing, Robbie said. So as long as I don't go too deep, I should be okay. Whew.
How stoked are you right now that you don't ride motocross?
Oh man, if I had to wait for that crane to pull me out.
Dude, those guys deserve so many props.
Well, it's gnarly too because they got to have a crane, like the tractor driver here, just pulling them out all day, you know? Which I guess wouldn't be a bad job because at least you get to watch your friends do sick stuff into the foam pit. Yeah, I've done a lot of foam pit riding in my career. I moved out to Woodward. I think I went as a visiting pro in summer of 2005, and I had such a great time, and there's so many great people, and made so many new friends out there that I didn't want to leave. So, you know, I talked to Gary Ream about staying, and he was just so welcoming and told me to stay. So I lived out there from like 2005, and then I bought a house in State College in 2008, and then which State College is in central Pennsylvania. It's about 30 minutes from where Woodward East is. And then after that, I moved to California in 2012. So there was a lot of foam riding. I probably still have foam in my lungs from Woodward East from back in the day. But I really like the foam pit stuff. It's good. I know how the foam reacts when you land in it. I know how to transfer energy so that I don't jam myself up in it if I land too deep or with too much force. It's just something that I'm really familiar with. So I'm still not used to the whole airbag thing. You know, I have like an airbag landing. That's fun because you can ride out of it, but I'm just not so sure about landing into a bag and it deflating on you yet. See the no-hander I put in there?
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever tried that one.
I thought your feet came off. Oh no.
All right.
Yeah, so I just try to lean forwards a little bit more.
Yeah, you're like going off the lip like you're gonna do a backflip.
I want to try that.
Like you're dipping your shoulder hard, which is really sick, but you're getting lost in your rotation.
Yeah. So,
Just stay centered on the bike, you know?
yeah. Because I'm like going like this.
Yeah, don't try and flip. Turn, drop your shoulder down and to the side, not backwards, you know?
Like that.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, try that again.
Let's do it. It's hot out here.
How jealous are you of his little e-bike? To get
I
up
know,
the
I
hill?
need that to go back up.
Yep. The kids these days, man.
I know. Damn them.
Damn.
That was my first ever front flip tug no-hander on the downhill bike. It felt pretty good. I was pretty psyched. It's just like that, man. I've got like just under a week till I leave for Mexico. So let's call it 5 days. And it's really just experimenting with tricks like that and seeing how well everything transfers over. So the easiest thing that transferred over for me is front flips. Back flips transfer over really easy as well, but sometimes I find myself in a moment where I feel like I'm stuck upside down and not that I really freak out, but you know, a little bit. Threes took a while. I was really psyched to do a 3 my first run and it come around perfect. But yeah, that trick's even a little weird too because you have to go off the lip a little differently. So I'm pretty hyped that it worked first try today because the other day it took a few times to get it right. But yeah, this is my deal all day long until the sun sets, is just keep walking back up this driveway. Becoming a professional hiker now.
Sorry. I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah, I mean, that one hurt a little bit. Definitely like jacked my neck to the side like that. I'm good now, but yeah, that's the thing. It's like, for me, I always try and land in the foam pit like as accurate as I would on a dirt jump landing. But you know, sometimes if you not filling the hole with foam cubes, you tend to go into the foam deeper, and the foam hits you in the face and pushes you in directions you don't want to go. So I just got to make sure I keep the foam fluffed up kind of, but I like landing kind of nosed in because then I know that I'm going to be landing perfect. You know, I'll have that movement in repetition, and I'll kind of know like air awareness wise where I'll be. So I do try and practice that, but it doesn't always end well, as you can see.
Yeah, I thought kind of thought you would be running more laps.
It's exhausting, you know, pulling yourself out of the foam pit and then walking up the driveway, kind of recovering a little bit, and then doing that whole line where you crank across the driveway, do the step down, pump the roller, and then put in a couple heavy more cranks before I launch myself into the pit where it is difficult to get out again. It's hard to cook laps like that. It is like really exhausting. Just like getting stuck down in the foam pit is exhausting enough trying to get out of it.
Oh, I still lean back a lot.
Yep, you're right. At least you're recognizing it.
Did I make it around?
You made it around.
Yeah, good.
You definitely made it around. You were just leaned back. You're getting there though. The
I
good
didn't carve
thing,
as much that time either.
look at the bright side. You're coming around every time now. As to where the other day you did like one and then you never got it again.
Kids, man.
Well,
That's a good one too.
well, it might be infected by the time I tell her. My ankle might fall off.
I can't even leave the house for like a short walk without socks on. And this
You can't?
kid's like riding bikes without socks.
I hate socks. I know why my feet just feel free without socks.
Very free.
They're like the breeze. Do you ever cut yourself open riding or not?
What,
I always wear pads. Got knee pads, shin guards. My shoes have the like D30 built-in ankle guard.
You see, when I ride the palm trick, I wear my knee pads and that, but
Yeah.
none to the foam pit.
What are some of the slams that you didn't tell your mom about?
I don't know. I think usually when I was a kid though, when I slammed it was bad, so she always knew, you know? Get really hurt and like there's no way around not telling her, you know? Can't walk in the door with like broken this or broken that.
So I broke my foot.
Moms always find out too. That's the thing. They always find out.
Look at me and they're like, oh yeah, I know you cut your ankle open. I'm like, thank you.
I should probably say it right now.
Mom! But I cut my ankle open.
You cut your what?
My ankle open.
Oh, no way, babe. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
You're good, you're tough.
I can't jump on a trampoline. I was telling Monday if I get off and jump around, I'll be a little ball. I'll be so impressed.
Whoa. How important do you think it is to learn tricks on this trampoline situation?
Oh, I think it helps for sure.
Helps a lot.
Especially when it comes to like repetitive movements like bar spins and stuff and tail whips. At least you can get like the hand movement of like throwing the bars and catching them and being in the air and doing it. It is a lot different, you know, on the real thing, because you have like front wheel rotation and momentum and forces and stuff like that. But just being able to do it on the bike, it's just like another like step of confidence, you know, to doing it on the real thing.
Have you ever learned anything
On a trampoline bike? Yeah, I had a trampoline bike when I was a kid. It was like an old bike, you know, that I had used to ride, and then you like put a basketball on the rear dropouts and fill it up and then tape everything together, and they weren't as legit as they are now. But yeah, I had it, and we bounced on the trampoline bike all the time. It was super fun. And I definitely like learned a bunch of stuff, like again, the same thing I just explained, like bar spins and learning those movements and stuff. So it works out really good, but nowadays I can't even jump on a trampoline. If I jump on this trampoline for 10 minutes, I won't be able to walk tomorrow.
Since you're the front flip guy, did you learn front flips?
No, I mean, I could
days?
like, no. I've only done like a backflip on a trampoline bike, and that was like actually more terrifying than doing it on a real bike.
No, but I didn't mean with the bike, but I mean just like
the
rotation, the movement, the body movement.
Yeah, I mean when I was a kid, I was in gymnastics too, so I think, you know, that helps a lot also, because it gives you a ton of air awareness and stuff like that. So I mean, as you can see, these like Kruz is just all over the place. You know, he's got all the awarenesses.
He can do them.
Yeah,
it's easy spin. Yeah.
I'm a little bit better.
Dude, that was gnarly.
Yep. Visors.
It's a little cracked even.
Huh?
It's a little cracked even.
No, that one was there, wherever it is.
Yeah.
They're there? Yeah, that one was there. Woo. It was more so it hit my visor and pulled everything up, so my goggles were over my eyes. But I put my hands back where they were meant to be and still landed.
Yep.
So
that was crazy.
I'm getting out of this thing slower and slower every time.
I'll try truck driver without the 360.
That was sick. You almost made it to the little pad here.
I know.
You know, if you make all the way to the pad, you don't need to dig yourself out.
I know. No. Not as hard.
So for me, like, I don't really need a resi. I mean, a resi always helps. You could take things from foam to resi and be super confident with that, and going from resi to dirt or to a ramp or wherever you're taking it. For me, over the years, I've just learned to kind of skip the resi part, especially with tricks that like are higher risk, and I only kind of keep them in the foam pit. I know when I come across a jump that I feel confident in doing like whatever that trick is on. Let's say it's like a 720. Like I'll just only do 720s into the foam pit, but then when I feel super confident, like, and I'm somewhere and I'm like, oh, this is a 720 jump, I can switch my brain off and just go straight to the dirt. So it's not really an issue. So that's where like coming to Robbie's house really helps for me, because I can do all this stuff in the foam, and then when I go to Mexico, once I get there and ride the jumps and get used to them and assess what jumps are good for what, you know, I should easily be able to perform them in the moment. Are we going?
Yeah, we're going.
Yeah, we're live.
We're live.
4K live.
4K live, bro.
All platforms.
All right, man. You made a lot of progress today, huh?
No, I'm very happy.
You did. I mean, you just did the one-footed can-can.
I know.
You didn't even have to learn it. You just did it. 360s are working really well. We had a breakthrough on the BMX with the 360s.
My chain blew up. Oh no, the chain came off the front. So
Yeah.
I can't get that back on.
Yeah, so we went to the BMX. We went from the stay sick to the BMX because the chain blew up. And then he did good 360s on the BMX. And then, what, you tried toboggans too, right?
Yeah, I tried one, but I came off the backstage.
Got a little crazy. And, oh, and then, so he learned the can-cans on the stay sick, and then you were
BMX
trying
one.
some on the BMX too.
Yep.
Yeah, BMX is a little tougher because you have to pick your leg up higher, huh?
I have to have it like that, like one foot's down, the other one's up high.
Right, yeah.
Step up.
Yeah, so it drops you down and it makes the leg harder to go over the
Because I
top
was
too.
gonna try to do it level, but then when I do that, that's just gonna drop and it's gonna.
Yep, absolutely. Well, man, I'm stoked. Dude, we had a fun day.
Really good day.
Thanks for riding with me. It's always fun riding with you guys. I'm sad that your brother Jags was just kind of in the house all day, but we had a blast, didn't we?
We had a good time.
Sweet.
Very good time.
All right, man. Thanks for watching, guys.
See ya.
Yeah.